Hello, this is the Draco Ranger here, and I am doing a review of the Pteraiden-Oh from the Sentai series Kyoryugers or something like that. It's the latest Japanese Power Ranger season. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. Anyway, I'll go ahead and start with the Beast Battery. Here it is. It's gold with the pterodactyl in the middle of it. There's kind of the glow in the dark. The pterodactyl glows in the dark, and it's kind of standard on the Beast batteries that all of them do that. And then you push the button, and it changes to the Brave In thing mode. The kind of a reddish, goldish yellow pterodactyl. And then on the back it says Terra Gordon, which when you put it in it says Terra Gowden, but I'm going to probably call it Terra Gordon. Anyway, so now to the actual Zord. In this mode it really doesn't do anything besides you can just make it fly a little bit. It doesn't flap its wings, doesn't really do anything. It does make a sound though. I'll play it for you. That's it. Just so it doesn't really do other sounds until you put the Beast battery in. So I will go ahead and do that. To do that, you open its mouth up pretty wide and just slide it into the hole. Now, when it's got the battery in, it does make another sound, but I'll play that for you later because it's related to the transformation. So, I guess I'll go ahead and do the transformation for y'all and then play the sound. So first, you take it, and if you pop off the back of the wing, back here, oops, be careful, the limbs do kind of, and then you pop that off, the limbs do kind of pop off easier, and then go on just as hard, and then you set this aside for the time being. And then you turn it up like that, so, because you want the bottom of the tail facing forward, the little spots that are used later on the back go on the back. So then you pull the legs forward so the claws are out front, and then move the legs down, unbend the knee, and then unbend the feet. That's pretty much all you do for the bottom half. Now for the top half, it takes a little bit more transformation for that. You fold the wingtips in and push the head back, and then there's two connectors on the bottom. They go into the connector areas on the top, and so you just snap them in there, and then you put the claws sideways and move the tips of the arms down. Spread that apart, and then I'll show you a little close-up of the head. You open that up, which if you take this, it's in deboss mode. Put that down, it's in deboss mode, which I unfortunately did not get the Beast battery for, but I wasn't one of the lucky ones. So you take that, and then you move this little visor up, which it doesn't move much, but you move it up, and you show his little face. Now he is completely transformed into the robot mode. So, for a simple transformation, I like this mode pretty good. It's not like, oh yeah, it stinks, but I like it pretty good. It's not like the transformation makes it stink or anything because it's so simple, but I really like it. Now it does have a lot of movement. Of course, you got the hands can move in and out. You got the arms can go in a 360-degree turn. The legs can move. You can move the top of the leg forward and back a little bit. You can move the knee and the ankles. So it's a pretty. It's got a lot of movement for the Macas. A lot of movement, which I like, because I like them to have as much movement as possible, because I think that makes them look pretty cool, a little cooler. But yeah, doesn't really matter. Now I'll show you the sound. By the way, if I haven't showed you already, that you push this button right here. That makes the sound. So you push it. And it makes that sound, which is, I think it's the transformation sound, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And there's not really much else you can do with it in this mode. Now, you can turn it into the Pteraiden-Oh Western, which I will go ahead and show you. Basically, pretty simple. You just move the arms up, turn the claws forward, and take the Pteraiden and Zoctor and put them into the little areas down here. As you can see, put them in there, and you have Western. This form I like pretty good because you do have incorporating some other Zords with an actual name, but no sound. They could have at least put a little bit of sound. I mean, even if it was just for those one had the little trigger in there where you couldn't put any more in there, it would have been better if they would have put different sounds. And where it would say Pteraiden-Oh Western or whatever, but no, they couldn't do that. That's all you can do with this mode. Now, you can, which I'll go ahead and leave the arms up because they're needed for part of the transformation, but you can combine it with the Kyoryuger Megazord, which, by the way, just to let you know, this tail, I'm going to leave it on there just so I don't lose it, but it's normally not on there anyway. But it turns into the Raiden Kyoryuger. So I'll go ahead and start it, and I'll start with the Kyoryuger Megazord part of the transformation. Just take the helmet off. It's very difficult. Takes a lot of practice. And pull the pack off. And now you put the helmet back into its little port. And you're done. Not too creative on that part, but it's still pretty good. Now for this, you just turn it back into the... Oh, I forgot to show you. These are used as swords in the show. The little wingtips. So, I forgot to show you that. But, anyway, just transform it back into the Pteraiden mode, or Gordon, Gowden, whatever you want to call it. And then you rip off his head. You pull off the head of it, and sometimes that'll come out, but you just want to push it back in there. Now the bottom, there's these two connectors. You just push the connectors in, and then you take the tail, and these two connectors connect onto the back of here. tail here, and you just connect them, snap them right in there. I forgot to fold the mask in. Anyway, and so it looks like a long tail. Now you take the rest of the Kyoryuger, and on the back, around the battery area, there's 4 ports. The things that I showed you a second ago on the bottom that you turn forward go into those ports. I can do this where I'll be able to show you. Just snap it in. And then the tail acts kind of like a little leg to support the back. And now for the head of the thing, you just snap it on to the top of this, and then so it looks like this, and then you just pull the mouth down and you got your face. Now in this form, he does have a separate sound. So here's the sound. Now this sound, nobody's actually told me how to do it. I figured this out on my own, but it took me forever to figure it out, but I couldn't. But nobody would show you. But if you notice, on the back, you have to push the button that makes sound, which if you push it individually, it sounds like this. But if you notice that the button that turns it on is red, so you have to push both at the same time. So yeah, I had to figure that out myself because nobody actually showed you how to do it, and so it took me a minute, but I finally did it. So I really like this form because you got the wide wingspan on this guy, and then they give you something to support on the back here. So I really like it. It looks pretty cool. It also reminds me of in the Power Rangers Dino Thunder, or whatever the Japanese version was called, where you had the Dino Thunder Megazord, or whatever the other one was called, combined with the White Rangers Megazord. I can't remember what the name of that Megazord is right now. And they got the wings, and of course there was the Stegosaurus skateboard, or grinder. So this reminds me of that a little bit, but I really like this. I mean, I would recommend anybody to get both of these sets. Now I believe it won't make the sound, but you can switch these up. Switch them up to have like the Raiden Kyoryuger Western, I guess. But I mean, I really like it. I do recommend it. I do think it's cool that, I don't know if you can see it on the back in the video. I'll lift it up a little bit. But in the back here, you got the little battery sticking up right here. And I really like this Megazord. I would recommend anyone to buy it. I would think it would be a little bit cooler if they did have the sounds for the Western, Pteraiden-Oh Western, but the coolness of this Megazord definitely makes up for not having the sound. So that is my review Thank you for watching. This is the Draco Ranger signing out.